Okay, what's up, friends and family and subscribers and uh, anyone who's tuning in to this video? I haven't posted on YouTube for a long time. I don't know how long it's been, but I kind of just wanted to make a video here to get the ball rolling again. And honestly, I'm making overproduced videos. I kind of just want to make my videos casual and share with you guys things that I'm doing that's helping me live a healthy life on my journey of kind of restoring my health and living a happy, healthy lifestyle. I think health is my new obsession. Honestly, I've become obsessed with just being healthy and sort of returning to what it means to be healthy. And one of those things is sleep and how we sleep. And I've been sleeping on the floor for the past 3 months, and it has completely set me on this different sort of trajectory in my life. And in this video, I want to share with you guys what the benefits is of sleeping on the floor, why it kind of makes more sense to sleep on the floor, sort of like the reasoning and the rationale behind it, and how I do it, and also if you decide to sleep on the floor, what are some things that you can expect on your journey to sleeping on the floor. So the reason I started sleeping on the floor, honestly, it came down to this. I moved into a new place here in February of last year. And when I moved into this new place, I got a new mattress, and I'm always someone who's like really valued floor space. So this is my bedroom, and like as you can see, I have a ton of floor space here, and this is the bed. So I was like, I'm just gonna get a twin XL bed, because I like to have floor space. I like to have floor space because I like to stretch throughout the day. I like to sit on the floor a lot. It helps me be more flexible. So I was like, I don't want to have a big, queen size or king size bed or anything like that. So I got a twin size bed, and I got a new mattress when I came in to this place. And I started sleeping on that mattress, and what ended up happening is I started getting sort of back pain, and I started getting a really bad sort of like impingement on my neck when I'd wake up in the morning. And it would get so bad that when I looked down, like I couldn't even look down, like that's how bad it would be. So I'd wake up in the morning and I'd have this impingement, and I couldn't look down, and like when I was driving my car, I couldn't even like look in my blind spot. And so it was really bad. And I was dealing with that issue for a couple weeks, and I decided, okay, it's probably my pillow. I'm going to change my pillow. So I started looking into pillows, and I went through like 2, 3, 4 pillows probably, and none of them really fixed the problem. And then my sister got me a Tempur-Pedic pillow that her chiropractor recommended for her, and that actually kind of seemed to help a little bit. It kind of got rid of the pain for a little while, but then like it would come back. So I was kind of feeling down because I was like, well, I just spent money on this new mattress, and I've gone through all these pillows. I don't want to like buy a new mattress, and like what if that mattress doesn't fix the problem? So long story short, during this time in my life, I came across a YouTuber who was talking about how sleeping on the floor is the most natural thing that we can do, and how it's actually incredibly unnatural to sleep on mattresses. Mattresses are not natural. Our ancestors did not sleep on soft, cushiony mattresses, and our bodies are not made to sleep on soft, cushiony mattresses. And the reasoning behind it is this, okay? So our ancestors, they slept on hard surfaces like the floor. And when you sleep on the floor, what ends up happening is your skeletal structure, your skeleton, your skeletal frame and your skeletal structure is being supported by the hard surface. And this is important because if when your skeletal structure is being supported by a hard surface, this allows your muscles, your fascia, your flesh to completely relax when you sleep. And that allows you to have dreams. It allows you to wake up in the morning and feel fresh and rejuvenated because your muscles have been completely relaxed while you've been sleeping. When you sleep on a soft, cushiony mattress, your skeletal structure and your skeletal frame is not being fully supported. It's not in direct contact with the surface you're lying down on. As a result, your muscle, your fascia, your flesh has to be slightly tensed. It has to be slightly contracted. It can't be fully relaxed when you're sleeping on the mattress. So that's why you might have noticed this when you wake up in the morning. You know, you might have gotten your 8 hours of sleep, but you feel kind of stiff, or you feel like tight, or you feel like you have to stretch, or you feel, you know, it takes you time for your body to kind of like wake up and get loose. It's for that reason. And a lot of people report that they don't dream that much anymore. This is another reason why. When your muscles are kind of tensed, it doesn't allow you to your body has to be fully relaxed for you to dream, honestly. So yeah, that was enough for me. Like, that explanation made sense to me. And so I slept on the ground. I went to the floor. And the first night I went really kind of extreme, and I didn't even use a pillow. And honestly, it was kind of, I will be honest, it was kind of rough that first night. Like, I was kind of tossing and turning on the floor, and it was like super uncomfortable, and my arm was going numb. And it took me a while to go to bed, or go to sleep rather. But I finally did go to sleep, and what ended up happening was I woke up in the morning. So when I did fall asleep, when I did finally fall asleep, I slept all the way till the morning. And when I woke up in the morning, for the first time, I was able to stand up. Like, I literally just opened my eyes, I woke up, and I stood up off the floor. And my body was like ready to go. I didn't have that feeling of my muscles being stiff. I didn't have that feeling of my muscles being tight and having to like kind of, you know, ease into the morning. I was literally just like up, and I was ready to go start my day. And my body felt fresh. So I was like, okay, there's something to this. There's something to this. And so I basically just went back to the floor and slept again. And I did that for I think it took like probably 3 to 5 days until I really felt like I was able to go to the sleep on the floor, and I'd fall asleep within like 2 to 5 minutes. Like, I literally just lay down on the floor and my body just knew to relax. And then something strange happened, which was like the dreams. I started dreaming again, and I started journaling and writing down my dreams. And my dreams became very vivid. I started getting very kind of like clear messages in my dreams, because at this point now my body had become acclimated to the ground. And after this first week of sleeping on the floor, something super strange happened to me, which was, and this is when I knew my body had made a shift. I went to go visit my parents, and I went to their house, and they were asking me like where I wanted to sleep. If I wanted to go sleep in my old bedroom, they were expecting me to go sleep on my bed. And I could literally feel my body have this sort of averse reaction to the thought of sleeping on a mattress. Like the thought of sleeping on a mattress like just did not like it did not seem appealing to me whatsoever. So long story short, I was like, no, I kind of doing this new thing. I told my parents, like, I'm doing this new thing. I'm sleeping on the floor because it's kind of fixed my back problems and these neck impingements that I've been experiencing. It's, and I've been sleeping like a lot better on the floor. And of course they were like shocked, or not shocked, but they were like, when you tell someone that you sleep on the floor, they're like confused by it. But that's when I knew, like, okay, I've officially made the shift to being a person who sleeps on a mattress and to a person who sleeps on the floor, because like the thought of sleeping on a mattress is just, to me now, is like, I don't want to do it. That seems like a punishment to me, to sleep on a mattress. The cool thing about this is now when I'm sleeping over, like anywhere, like at a friend's house or a parent's house or something, I'm like, I can sleep anywhere. When your body craves the floor, it opens up this whole world of like, I can sleep anywhere, basically. And I'm not a difficult person when it comes to sleepovers, which is a huge benefit and a plus. But yeah, that's basically been my experience. I've been sleeping on the floor now for about 3 months, and something else happened to me, like mentally, spiritually, and it's really kind of hard to explain, but I feel like when you sleep on the floor, you just become more grounded. And I don't mean that like figuratively speaking, I just mean like, I don't know, there's a more like humbleness, groundedness to me. I've just felt like, especially in social situations and just being out in the world, and when like adversity comes my way, like I just feel so calm and chilled, and kind of like I'm in this state of relief now. And I honestly feel like sleeping on the floor has contributed a huge part to this kind of new trajectory that I've been on. And yeah, it's really been a blessing that I've kind of stumbled upon this, and I've implemented this into my life. And honestly, I don't want to go back to a mattress, so I've been sleeping on the floor, and I've really been enjoying it. Now I'll show you guys like sort of my setup if you want to do this for yourself. Okay guys, so this is where I sleep every night. As you can see, I have plenty of floor space. I guess it's considered a king size floor. But what I do is I don't sleep directly on the floor, because your body does secrete oils and things of that nature. So I don't want like my body's oils to get on my floor. So what I do is I just use a throw blanket like this to sleep on. So the cool thing about this is I can just throw this in the washer every week. So I'll show you the setup. So basically I have this body pillow here that I use as a sort of like a headboard, I guess. I put it right there, and then I get my blanket. And set it up like that. Then I have my $100 Tempur-Pedic chiropractor pillow that actually my sister got for me, so thank you, Sharon, for getting me this. And I put this here. And then I just have a sheet and a comforter. And I'm thinking about upgrading my comforter to getting something like more all organic, because I think this one might have synthetic materials in it. I'm really wanting to get rid of all synthetic materials. But this is what I use. So I'll just set that up here. Boom. That's it. This is my setup. Alright. Honestly, like, if I laid there for 1 or 2 more minutes, and I turned all these lights off, I'd be asleep very fast. My body, once it hits that hard surface, and I don't even consider this a hard surface anymore, but once my body feels this surface and I lay down on it, like, everything in my body just says, like, it's time to shut down. And it's a very strange feeling now when I wake up, or like when I'm sleeping. It literally feels like I'm floating on a cloud, because, like I said, my skeletal structure and frame is being supported by the ground, and my muscles are completely relaxed while I'm sleeping. But yeah, I love sleeping on the floor. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you consider sleeping on the floor if you've been having back issues, neck issues, if you haven't been dreaming, if you've been waking up in the morning and getting, your full 8 hours, but you feel like you're still groggy and tired and tight, and you're not really a morning person. I'd highly encourage you to try this out. All right, thank you.